All right. Welcome back to the Speedgaming Live 2023 Mega Man 46 Robot Masters Tournament. I'm Colonel Fatso. I'm joined by Notorious, and we're going to commentate this match between MelloFlowz and KaiserKrister. So, what to expect? Neither of these players, I think, are specialists in the walking Mega Man games. Both of them are sort of like prefer to play the later games, particularly Mega Man 5 and 6. So while things could be a little sketchy for each player that in the early game, that just means that each player, has a good chance to take a surprise lead or kill a surprise lead. So I think it's going to be a very exciting first part of the match for these two.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting and kind of seeing on all their kind of strats and like the different routes that they'll go on to with this game and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to this match. And it looks like Mello has a 1 hour, 50 minutes, 58 seconds on Mega Man leaderboards, and Chrissy has a 2 hour, 2 minute, 10 seconds in Mega Man leaderboard. So we'll see on how this all plays out.
All right, both players starting with Cutman first. So this is the faster way to play the game. The other common route would be to go to Gutsman first, and that just avoids having to do potentially perilous glitch in the next stage, Electman. But both players appear to be confident about their ability to get the Magnet Beam without getting stuck in jail. So, Mello trying the corner jump there. Fails, but doesn't fall all the way down, so he can just back it up really easily. Go around.
The corner jump is a little tricky. It's like, it doesn't look too bad, but it's actually a little harder than you'd expect. So, I managed to do pretty well with that.
And Chrissy getting the business from those Susies a little bit. Oh my goodness. Dude, when they do the really fast pattern over and over again, it can be really bad.
Oh, so then the other thing that Mello just did, you can actually use the select button and just do like a little bit of a pause buffer, which is kind of unique in Mega Man 1. So to avoid getting knocked back and everything, it's a nice little strat they can kind of do in this game. And you'll kind of see it throughout this run.
Yeah, the select button has actually a surprisingly wide range of utility, because it can actually prevent you from hitting enemies as well, right? And you might see that in a couple cases. Yeah, there's a couple cases where you can just double tap select to go straight through an enemy that you would otherwise hit. And obviously you can use it to avoid taking damage. You can use it to reset boss iframes and stuff like that. So it's a wildly useful button. Mega Man 1.
Yep, so they're now both in Cutsman's boss room here. And Mello clearing out with no problem. Very nice.
Oop. Oh no, Chrissy's getting the business again.
Oh no, Chrissy!
One of the unfortunate things about that is the boss corridor is very long in this game. So you lose even more time just having to make the hike back.
And it's unique with Mega Man 1 because there's enemies in the boss corridors compared to all the other ones. So
yeah.
So Mello is going to Electman. The reason why you go to Electman is to get the Magnet Beam. But it's a pretty difficult and I think pretty difficult zip to try to do because you have a risk of soft locking.
Yeah, there's definitely risk all over it, and it's not easy to even just start it, because the way you start it is you you have to do exactly what Mello was practicing there. It's like a frame perfect a tap of down and B on the same frame for one frame.
Ooh.
So you have to just barely touch those buttons. Oh
Oh
no!
no! Ooh, dear.
Oh, Mello is losing a lot here. Okay, so this is what I meant when I said that, like, you could have surprise lead changes. It wasn't quite a lead change this time, but, like, this game you can lose time in very weird ways.
Yeah, an elect stage is like a very long stage, and like so many like kind of pits and like falling opportunities that a lot can happen, and a lot can be a back and forth battle. So Chrissy's making some good ground here. So
yep. Ooh, makes the corner jump first try. Very nice.
Very nice.
There's only a couple screens behind Mello right now.
But generally, if you weren't doing the any %, if you were doing like zipless or glitchless and stuff like that, you would actually use Gutsman. So Gutsman's ability to get through these bricks and grab this magnet weapon.
Oh, was he going for top exit? Okay. All right.
He makes it through. a little sweaty there, but it makes it through very nicely.
Yeah. Oh man, Chrissy actually caught him up there. Oh
yeah.
Okay. All right.
So Chad is asking commentators which Robot Master theme music is best. I really like Blizzard Man and Mega Man 6. That's currently kind of one of my favorite songs.
I refuse to commit to an answer.
Yeah, it's getting kind of a tight race between these two and everything, so... And Mello is doing the magnet kind of
yeah, you
can
place,
this
like,
is a really hard strat to nail. Very nice.
Yeah. Definitely a pretty cool to see. So rolling cutter. Ooh, he does the cool strat. Very nice.
And Chrissy taking a little bit of a conservative route, which is not a bad thing, especially like, man, if you take a knockdown of like that chamber right there, it's another kind of pit that you just waste a lot of time.
Yeah. I mean,
and Chrissy taking advantage of the select strat there too, so which is nice.
Yeah. It's almost a 2-hour run. You really want to play the long game here.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid making any like drastic errors. Hope your opponent does make some, right?
Yep. Yeah, go with strats that you feel very comfortable with, and then like kind of you can do a couple risky strats, but man, it can cost you some time if you make a mistake.
All right, Mello chose not to try the so-called ocean fly, zip over the ocean there.
Up and Chrissy having a little bit of struggle right there.
Yeah,
take a little
one
bit
of his beams just like surprise terminated. I'm not sure what happened there. Both of them using the buffer setup for the first zip.
Very nice.
Hey, I didn't read MelloFlowz. Yeah, okay. I didn't read MelloFlow's screen correctly there. I thought that he was too high to get the zip beam, but it was fine. Mello's actually been surprising me with the strats that he uses. A lot, higher caliber than I was expecting, considering that he's a Mega Man 5 and 6 specialist. So yeah, color me impressed.
Yeah, and in his PB in Mega Man leaderboards, his Mega Man 1 time is a 1504, which is like for any %, it's actually like he's making pretty good pace with this. Like he's already on Fireman.
I'm so familiar with that struggle trying to get the zip beam. Oh my goodness, yeah. Mello's definitely like significantly leveled up his Mega Man 1 since that PB. Because this is like, you know, low 12 level strats for 6 robots. Oh, he's doing the zip.
Very nice.
The buffer zip setup. There's a couple places where, like, if you need to do a screen wrap at the end of a screen, you can you can like set the, if you like are within a specific range of heights, and you shoot the beam within like a 16 pixel window, and jump at the same time, it'll just magically kind of line up just right, so that you get the zip height. And that's what Mello was doing there. Meanwhile, while I was explaining that, he did the entire like long fire zip.
And Chris, you did a little bit of a different zip, a little bit of a safer zip. Kind of, instead of zipping through the whole thing, just kind of took a little bit of extra time, just to make sure that they got the clip right there.
Yeah, there's a pit in that screen that's like not actually a pit. You can just jump into it, and the triggers the screen transition, and then you are like in the ceiling in the next screen. Ooh. And Chrissy is gonna do the. That's really funny. I like that. Is he gonna do the corridors up here too? No, he's waiting. So the magnet beam is actually still active in the previous screen, and he had to wait before he could switch to ice.
Yeah, both runners making very good time with getting through Mega Man 1. So.
Yeah. Oops, he forgot to switch to magnet beam.
Nice little save recovery there.
Yeah, you have to do some counting there. He tried to buffer zip as well, but I think that either his vertical or horizontal position was wrong somehow. So here you move yourself on the ladder to the right height, shoot a beam, shoot another beam just for safety because it can be really far away from the ladder. Climb up, and you're off to the races. Alright, so here's like... they've been using it over and over again, but here's a good opportunity to explain the select thing. When you press select, the game pauses, but like some timers continue to run, and one of those is the boss iframes. So...
And if I'm not mistaken, it's different
over and over
boss,
again.
Correct?
Well, it's just whatever their iframes are.
Yeah, their iframes are, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're a little bit different between bosses. Mello is into his final stage.
Yeah, seeing this any percent round, I normally do zipless for that's just like what I feel comfortable with. It scares me like this, and it just shows with Mello right there. Like doing the magnets and guts is just pretty sweaty.
Chrissy went too high. Okay. Alright. Well, like I said, the magnet beam stays until it despawns normally. Like, it's still there on the previous screen, so if you mess up, you can just fall back down.
Yep.
Okay. This is actually a little dicey for Mello. He's out of ammo, which means that he's going to take potentially a lot of damage. Might actually be worth switching to Buster.
And Chrissy just finishing up Guts or Bomb Man, and we'll be heading to Guts now.
Yeah, good call by Mello to switch to Buster, because, like, these Mets, if he were still on Magnet Beam with no magnets, every single one of those would have hit him, and he'd be extremely low for Gutsman. Even now, it's like, I don't really like going against Gutsman with this little health, because it's very easy for something to go wrong. Thankfully, Guts stayed in place, and Mello is off to Mega Man 2.
And that was at about a 14:12, it looked like, from Mello, so very good time in Mega Man 1.
Yeah, Chrissy hot on his heels, though. He actually had time to cross that next gap, but I think that he was just acting out of an abundance of caution. Mello having some technical difficulties, I suppose? What's going on here?
I'm just going to switch the audio for Chrissy here as we figure out what's going on with Mello's. Oh, here he comes. I think he might be coming back. There we go with Mello.
Okay, it looks like it might have been just a capture issue.
Yeah. Well, Chrissy's struggling a little bit with Guts.
He's getting the business. Man, oh no.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Alright, well, despite the technical difficulties, Mello is now into Mega Man 2.
Yeah.
Like the Flashman stage is our first stage of most any percent routes. The priority in Mega Man 2 is, as far as like stage order is concerned, is just getting those utility items, because they offer, I mean, so much utility. They're really useful for speed purposes. You can use them to go faster than you can normally go. You can use them to initiate zips. And so, and I mean, the normal platforming applications are also appropriate, right? So like there's all sorts of things you can do with the various items, and so you get them all right away as soon as possible in the any percent route.
And Chris, you just finished up with the Mega Man 1 at about a 16:22, so about 2 minutes behind on Mello, but still very early in this run. That it can be anybody's game.
Dispatching Flashman quickly.
Yep.
So, Mega Man 2, like, normal versus Rockman 2 difficult is an interesting choice you can make in this category, because it will be easier in Mega Man 2 normal, but the text is much slower. So, I'm not sure exactly how much playing Rockman 2 would save at a high level, but it's gotta be like 10 or 15 seconds or something like that. Of course, neither of these players are making that choice this time around. They are both playing normal mode. But it is something that you need to consider. You need to pick whether you're going to have the easier bosses and easier stages, or if you're going to have the fast text.
Yeah, and a lot of it really depends on, like, the bosses, right, with RNG. Like, prime example is Mello's going into Heat can be very RNG heavy with, if in the difficult mode, it's, you know, you're taking a lot of buster hits with Heat Man, and, like, if you get a 90 pattern, it's it's gonna take quite a bit of time
Yeah, it's definitely 7 more opportunities to just get a 90 and feel bad. But those are the chances we take.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of right when you saw a little bit with Mello, kind of what Fatsa was explaining is a lot of these utilities, these items, it's going to be beneficial for the any percent with doing zips, utilizing that.
Yeah. So all that they did there is like Mega Man doesn't collide with ceilings when he's standing on something. So if you can get something to push you into the ceiling, then you get stuck in the wall, right, or the ceiling. And it's like if you press A and then turn around within a 4-frame window shortly after pressing A, then you will start zipping rapidly to the right. And once you get item 1, if you have a spare item 1 to throw, then it's even faster. You just like tap B, turn around instantly, and you're off to the races.
And that was actually a pretty decent pattern for Mello there from Heat. So, didn't seem like there was many 90 patterns. It seemed like kind of average was 60. So you'll kind of see again kind of what the zip. Chrissy's going to be doing a zip kind of right there with Heat. Very nice. Very smooth with that.
Oop. Chrissy's feeling nostalgic about these Yoku blocks. He's doing more of them than he needs to. Alright.
Here we go.
Passes without incident. That's actually a pretty hairy place. Like, super easy even at high levels to just, take it a little bit too, go a little bit too spicy and suddenly find yourself in the pit.
Very nice screen by Mello there. That screen just, man, it's sweaty just seeing that with using the item 1 placements.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you don't really get a second chance at it. All of your item 1 use is routed out very specifically, on top of using the entire time stopper, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Getting it first try is very good and saves a lot of time.
Really cool despawn trick there. Yeah, when the bird comes from the left like that, you can get it to despawn. Like the next enemy loads into its slot, and so when the bird deloads, it unloads that guy as well. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, and Chrissy finishing up with Heat very nicely. I'm going to be heading up to Air. Chrissy looks like it's making up some time, which is really nice. Like both of these competitors are making really good Mega Man 2 early in this run. So, seeing how well Chrissy does with Airman starting off with.
Mm-hmm.
Playing a little safer with not using the item.
Yeah, he's not going to do the fast air. This is a completely valid choice. Although, if you were going to do this, you would probably do Airman second.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is just to enable item 2 and skipping the
Yoku blocks.
Skipping the entire Yoku section.
It
could be that he just got cold feet about doing fast air on the big stage, right?
Yeah, faster, faster again. Like I said, it's like it looks like you got to be very comfortable with it. Like it looks very challenging. I've never done fast air, so I kind of do what Chrissy does, kind of just taking the scenic route a little bit. So
we missed an entire like half a stage long zip by Mello there. Basically, you just like zip all the way through a bunch of terrain, and then you're doing a further screen than it looks like. You're like walking through screens that you're not actually looking at, and that can be kind of difficult. And then he takes a death to set himself back up at the checkpoint. That's something that will come up again towards the end of this game.
And pretty clean climb section from Mello there. Like a little dicey towards the end there. Like,
there are these like tile alignments with the item 3 where you can just press A plus B and you'll end up on the item. And so that's like what they're trying to do to speed up that climb. Mello keeping his about a stage lead over Chrissy for now. So if we count the technical difficulties, I think that's less than 10 minutes through Clash, which is pretty good. Yeah, so it's like exactly a stage difference between the two right now. Which, again, this is not an insurmountable lead. This is something that could be turned around in the space of seconds.
Yep, and especially like in order to gain proper zips and stuff like that, whether somebody's going to go for, you know, any kind of special strats and stuff. Still way early in this run that. Mello taking a nice zip here and quick
he fails to turn the lights back on. He turned around trying to turn the lights back on, but he doesn't have any confidence in that whatsoever. Okay.
Yeah.
He's just like, let me do this again. It's a valid approach, because like you need to use the time stopper, and so you only have one try at this, basically. Otherwise, you'll have to go through normally.
Yeah, and he actually doesn't have any more lives left, and he's using Flash Stopper right here, which is, I think, a very smart move. Just
you actually have to when you use the zip, because you're on the wrong screen, and you'll end up having to go through a laser to get back on the right screen. So is he going to get the one up? Yeah, okay.
Very smart move there.
Okay, he was thinking. I think he was thinking about doing the second zip here and decided against it.
Chrissy having a little bit of struggle at kind of the second half of Crash Man.
Once this gets started, like, if this gets started wrong, it's so hard to, like, pick up again.
Yeah.
It's a very momentum-based sort of section.
Very nice click. And it was a smart move that Mel took that one up. The reason why is probably late in the run, going into wood, you'll need a life for Woodman in order to get a zip. So, very smart move, picking it up right then and there.
It's basically, like, there are a couple other options for 1-ups, but, like, none of them are good.
Yeah.
That one's right on the way, so it is ideal. That's too far. There we go.
And Chrissy heading into Quick Man right now.
He wasn't far enough right! So if you're not actually, like, properly aligned with the ceiling, it'll just spit you out. There we go. Right.
There you go, Mel.
He's got just enough item ones to try for the second zip here. All right.
We'll see if Chrissy is able to turn the lights on with. Chrissy having a little bit of struggle here.
Well, this is a familiar setup. I used to do this. If you place an item one with an A plus B like right from the wall, it works out quite nicely for aligning with the ceiling there. To answer a question from chat, no, this is a real-time race, and if you have technical difficulties, it's unfortunate, but it is your responsibility.
There is going to be a 20-second break between games that both runners are doing. But yeah, if they take more time, that's kind of on them.
God, he's so far. Yeah.
Oh
okay.
no, Chrissy.
Yeah, I saw that coming. It's like
yeah,
it's pretty scary. All right, so now he's gonna have to do this entire section without time stopper and without the zip. So it's like it's a pretty
Mello going into Woodman stage right now,
and you have to worry about, did you practice this? And most people don't practice this. Okay, using the time stopper to prevent the dogs from spawning. You have to get the little mini zip there. He got it. It's very nice. So he should have just enough time to get past this dog before it spawns.
Ooh, very nice. Yep.
Very nice. Alright, so now doing a vertical zip, which is just a variant of zipping. Okay. So now he's traversing through a bunch of terrain that's not rendered correctly. He's on the wrong screen. He's going to screen wrap a couple times. He has to jump around this screen wrap. Okay, jump again. Now he's going to use the quick boomerang to do something. It's very similar. It's the same thing as the early magnet beam, where you like just barely go down a ladder, and then you can use the ejection from the ladder to start a zip. Okay, very nice. He's charging up the atomic fire. The reason for that is that when the atomic fire sound plays, it will stop the death sound from playing. And once the death sound's over, then it starts respawning you. So it just like saves a couple seconds over waiting
just
for the
took a
respawn.
death right there and quick, and I think that might have been the last life.
Over?
Oh no, so Chrissy has to go back to quick, the beginning, quick.
It's rough. But you gotta pick yourself up and just
keep moving forward.
Yeah, keep going. So that was a very good Woodman stage for Mello. Now he's even further ahead. Going into a final stage of Mega Man 2, rather, in this case. So he's gonna fly over the entirety of this first screen. You spawn the little frogs early to get them out of your way, so that they'll spawn at more opportune times later in the screen.
Then he grabbed the item one, I think, so he can do a zip, kind of...
Yeah, there's a zip coming up in the next screen here. See how he sets it up. Ooh, that was actually pretty spicy.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Oh, you missed his trigger. So if you miss your trigger, you're actually kind of ejected from the wall, and you can't try again. Oh no!
Ooh. And I think that was his last life. Yep. Yeah, that section is a little tricky. It's just with all, like, Bubble Man has a ton of spikes, so, yeah. Tricky. Alright, Chrissy heading back into Quickman's boss room now. And Chrissy getting the quick kill there. Very nice.
Okay, a little bit more conservative platform placement this time. I think he's trying the A trigger the first time, and then he's like backing it up with a B trigger. Both are like valid options for a zip like this. But okay, there we go.
Yeah, very nice.
If you're asking my professional opinion as a professional Rockman speedrunner, learn one type of setup for this zip and don't switch. But it's fine. He's through.
Yep. Chrissy making really good room with Metal Man here.
Yeah.
See it. Got the
Kind of
zip right there pretty nicely.
Yeah, kind of a languid setup for that zip, though. I think that, like, it's actually pretty hard to save time with that zip. You have to be kind of quick about the setup, and so, like, if you're going all the way out there and then you're placing the item one low, you might not actually be saving that much time. But still, it's really cool, so you have to do it. All right,
Mello
hello,
over
finally
to
into
Rockman.
good games.
Yeah. Looked like Mello finished Rockman or Mega Man 2 at about 34, and he's gonna go top first for Mega Man 3. So.
Let's go.
So actually, really interesting start that we didn't explain. What Chrissy just did was right when you enter into Metal Man stage, if you kind of hold the shoot button right when the and holding that, and if you don't go past the second half of the screen, Metal Man will
he just
stay in place
there for a long time.
Yeah. So it makes that stage pretty nice. So.
Yeah, it's because Metal Man doesn't like act until you press the B button. But if you're already holding it, that I mean, the pattern doesn't change. So it just like waits out the entire max timer before he does anything. Oh, Mello making quick work of Top Man stage. Unfortunately, there's a missed opportunity for a follow-up joke with Chrissy making top work of Quick Man stage, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
Yeah, Chrissy doing really good work with the time stopper. Let's see on how he does with in this setup
he didn't
here.
like his item placement the first time, or he fell down maybe. Second time. Oh. Okay, I guess he's just decided to abort. I think that what happened there was he grabbed the ladder too early, like before actually properly initiating the zip. Setting that up can be kind of like tricksy.
Mello finishing up top. Really nice, important thing to know with speedrunning Mega Man 3 is at the last hit that you deal with the Robo Master, like wherever you're placed, you're just stopped there. So you want to try to get as middle to the screen as possible, just to kind of, teleport out of the stage. So.
Shoutouts to Chrissy showing us some hot chicken strats there. Alright, so here's the first Proto Man fight. Proto Man takes 28 hits!
Very nice, Mello.
It's a lot of jump mashing. And the best players can get him around where the right wall is. And that's really hard. This screen, I love this screen. When the screen goes dark, you have to just kind of remember the terrain. And in Mega Man 3, it's like especially important. It's important in all the games, but especially important in Mega Man 3 because the game's so sensitive to lag. very important to kill enemies as soon as they spawn, if it's possible to do so. So it's it's an intricate dance through that screen. Placing lemons where they need to be. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky with, I think, with top spin, that you're using kind of that last screen that Mel just kind of went through, kind of with those umbrella characters and everything. Like, they can actually kind of push you back.
Yeah. And so the trick becomes
to, like,
you turn around before you hit them, so that, like, back becomes forward. So you do a little wiggle on each of the enemies, and you can get across the gap a little easier. But if you're not feeling it, it's also perfectly acceptable to abort, even though it's slower. And so Mello was mostly just letting himself be pushed back, and staying on the platform, you know, hopping over later when it was safe.
Yeah, and Chrissy a moment ago did the good zip with Bubble Man very well, and is finishing up with Mega Man 2. So.
This Gemini first screen is another example of that sort of, like, you know, you pre-firing and just getting enemies off screen early. Another really fun screen to practice, if you ask me. Alright, Christy's finally into good games too.
Yeah. Which that was about 39.55.
Okay, Mello trying to zip there. We're in the middle of another glitch where you can just jump and skip the skip the Proto Man cutscene there. And so now the music's not playing, and all the sound processing is handled by the CPU on the NES. So, like, by not processing music, you're actually saving time, and reducing lag.
Yeah, you do get a lot of lag, like, especially if you don't get that boost there. Yeah.
Yeah, like, if there's one glitch to learn in Mega Man 3, it's that one. Mello doesn't like what he's seeing, so he's just gonna skip.
On 1-800 armoring there.
Yeah, make the call. Oh, he's going too far. Oh, you can actually make that, I guess, if you go late. Okay. Two Shadow Blades there. Shooting twice on the ladder will stop you just enough to make it really easy to get over that Stomper.
So generally playing Mega Man 3 casually, Gemini is weak to Snake Man, Search Snake. However, using Shadow Blade is, I think, the secondary weapon. It deals 2 damage, if I'm not mistaken, Caswell?
Yeah, 2 damage, yeah. And you can kind of alternate between the clones to make it fast, right? So
yeah.
All right,
now, Christy
heading into... Oh. Okay. Chrissy's a little bit behind on his top cycles, but it's fine. All right, this screen in Needle is a bit of a gauntlet. We'll see how it goes. It's really easy to get tripped up by little things in this screen. Oh, yeah, like missing that med. It's so easy. It's so easy to, like, have a small mistake. And sometimes those can compound into large mistakes. Alright, taking it nice and safe. Using the weapon switch actually to wait out the needle there. Just to make it a little safer to land on the platform. Alright, let's see Chrissy's Proto Man fight. Oops. Still fast enough to keep going.
Very nice kill by Mello.
Yeah, Mello making quick work of Needleman there. So next, I expect to see Snake Man stage. It's a bit of a runner's choice how you tackle the last few stages, because there's not a whole lot. Like, you already have most of the weaknesses that you need. The only thing that you need to do is Magnet before Hard Man. But most runners will go to Snake Man first, because it ends up with, like, with the routes that we use, it ends with the fewest number of menu inputs for all the weapon switches.
And Chrissy, using Buster at this last screen of Shadow. Playing a little safe, especially with, like, last thing you want to do is take a hit death there with top spin. So playing a little safe, which is not a bad strat at all. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, Dock robots are not considered part of the 46 Robot Master category. You have to invent like a 54 Robot Master category to play those.
Yeah, so the 46 Robot Masters is just the straight Robot Masters, avoiding all the castles, avoiding all the Dock Masters. Yeah. Well, making really good work on that screen, kind of avoiding any damage with those acrobatic guys.
Yeah, they have some. I think they got like some wild name in the like manual. I have no idea what it is. I just call them pole vaulters.
I just think they look like acrobatic guys. So. Yeah, so the nice thing that Mello just did at that last screen, if you constantly jump with Rush Jet, it's actually really nice that you don't lose as much of its energy.
Yeah, it only drains when you're standing on Rush, which is real great. It honestly, underrated power. They should have kept it. Yeah. Being able to control the direction is a bit too powerful, but like, you know, I don't know. Just like giving people something to do while they're standing on Rush Jet.
Yeah,
could have been an improvement that was kept for Mega Man 4 through 6.
Right. Chrissy making the screen in Gemini, very nice.
Ooh, Mello pulling out the Shadow Blade. All right, let's see how it goes. The problem with the Shadow Blade is, like, when you shoot it on the ground, you are stuck standing for a little bit. So, in a strict sense, it doesn't really save time. But for certain players who want to avoid mashing, for example, it does do double damage against most enemies. So it could help on that front.
And Mel using Rush Jet on that Yoku block section, which is really nice, and that's kind of a good reason why both of them are going top first, just because, you know, some folks that do Magnet first, like myself, you kind of have to just wait for those Yoku blocks, which that can just eat up at time. And making quick work of Magnet right there by Mello.
Alright, Mello's only got 2 Robot Masters left. Chrissy with 5. So, Mello has been widening his lead over the course of Mega Man 3. But don't count Chrissy out. Very nice use of Shadow Blade to kill the bees there. You have basically 2 options for how to deal with the bees. You can either kill them, which can be done with Shadow Blade or Magnet Missile, or you can let them scroll off screen and then they won't respawn.
Yeah, the minute that you get those bees to like land, the lag just is tremendous.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, Mello is going to be using Shadow Blade against Protos. Well, this is a really cool strat. I enjoy this strat a lot. So you cancel Rush there, you use Coil again to get up the ladder, and now you're going to shoot up. No, we missed! That's one of the coolest things.
What we're talking about is a little bit of the lag.
Yeah. That's
Which
one
honestly,
of the
that
coolest things
screen
in
is
the game
not
if you can get it.
terrible with it, but the first screen in part is brutal if you get one of those things to fall down.
So there's the problem with like committing to Shadow Blade for this fight is like, what if you let Proto Man get too far away from you, then it just takes forever because you can only shoot one Shadow Blade at once.
Alright, Chrissy heading into Needle here. Oh, and as Gemini Laser kind of like will miss with the Gemini Laser there, but quickly gets it through. Yeah, the unfortunate thing with Gemini Laser, it's a pretty nice weapon, but if you don't hit a enemy right away, it just kind of bounces throughout the screen and just it lags the game quite a bit, and you just gotta wait for it to like run its course before you shoot another Gemini Laser. So alright, Mello heading to Sparkman right now. I believe this is Mel's last stage before heading into Mega Man 4. We'll see on how Chrissy does with this proto fight here in Magnet Man here.
Looking pretty similar to how it went in Shadow, so not bad.
Yeah, very nice.
Mello making good use of the Magnet Missile here. Magnet First is attractive as a route because Magnet Missile is just so good. It can like make so many different things significantly easier.
And actually, did he just do a like avoided the music? Oh, I think we just lost music.
I think we lost all sound from Mello. I'm going to switch back to Chrissy for now.
Okay.
We'll try again once Mello's in Mega Man 4.
Yep. Yeah, but both runners making very good time with us, despite a little bit of some slight hiccups in 2.
Yep. Alright, so Mello is out of Mega Man 3 at 52:43. So expecting Mega Man 4 to start no earlier than 53:03. Alright, let's try Mello's audio again. Sounds like it's back.
Yep, no, it's back. Good.
Alright, so Mello's going to be heading into Brightman stage first. This is a common pick. There's basically two, like, equally valid choices of first Robot Master. You can go to Brightman first, or you can go to Pharaohman first. And Pharaoh is a little faster, but Bright is way, way, way more safe.
One of the biggest things, the difference with it is getting the weapon of Balloon, which is in Pharaoh Man stage.
Yeah.
But also, I think a lot of it is like, in my opinion, Pharaoh first, it's kind of pretty mashy. So.
And the other like major time difference is just that like Pharaoh shot makes Brightman fight faster as well. So like you can use balloons in the stage and you can use Pharaoh to fight the boss. But the balloon strats for Bright are extremely hard. Not something that just anybody should be doing. So for a lot of people, Brightman first is just a better choice. Making good work there. So Chrissy is going directly to Shadow Blade. This is an alternative to the like rush coil into Shadow Strat for Hardman. It's a little slower. It's a little slower, but it's maybe a little bit easier to manage. I'm very surprised that neither of them went to Buster in this stage. Nicely handled for Chrissy, but he's a little low on health. Yeah, okay, he's picking up the bonus health there. So for Mello, the big key is to make sure that Brightman never goes to 16 HP, 8 HP, or 4 HP, because those are the like pre-programmed, they're the preset HP values for using the Flash Stopper.
And Mello kind of doing a little shimmy here, trying to get the
he's off the pixel. He's off the pixel by 1. That's too bad.
The reason in Mega Man 4 you can get into a pixel and actually can save a little bit of time if you get the correct exact pixel in the middle. You can actually skip a little bit of the teleport just to make it a little bit faster. It saves about a second.
Yeah. And in some stages, like Pharaoh coming up, you can actually combine it with a bit to skip the actual like weapon get animation itself, saving another second. It's pretty good. Alright, so here's the advantage to Bright first. You're getting Flash Stopper for this entire first screen. You're never gonna get the like scorpions running into them. You're never gonna have the flies dropping stuff on you. You can just cruise through that entire screen and this entire screen right to the balloon. So balloon saves a few seconds over the course of the 8 Robot Masters. And for most players, it's what they'll be familiar with having. So, like, it's not worth skipping.
Is he making good work in Snape Man's stage right now?
Yeah. Oh, man. This screen is made out of lag. And, like, none of the slide timings are the same, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah, ideally you want to try to see if you can kind of despawn those bats, or not despawn them, but like clear them off the screen as quick as possible, just to reduce a little bit of lag. Just with the amount of sprites that are on screen.
Chrissy's trying the sneak zips. Let's go. Oh.
Having a little bit of struggle, gotta watch a little bit on health.
Ooh, the health is very dangerous, but it's okay. Yeah. The next screen is a checkpoint.
Yeah.
If he dies here, even if he dies here, he's fine. Because he respawns right here. And there's health here as well, so if he can get over that pole vaulter. Oh, he's screen wrapped into the pole!
Oh, dear. So what Mello's doing right now is trying to get Pharaoh. Ideally, you want to try to get Pharaoh into the middle of the screen. And a lot of it is just trying to just get kind of clear up the screen and gets actually the Pharaoh skip. Very nice.
Yeah, so that was the animation skip I was talking about. So not only is it instant to get to the animation, but you actually skip the animation too, because like it happened while you were waiting. It's great. But yeah, what happened to Chrissy there was when you jump over the top of the screen in Mega Man games, you tend to like screen wrap over to the bottom of the screen. So so Chrissy jumped over the edge of the screen wrapped into the bottom, and and actually collided with the falling pole from the pole vaulter and died. Alright, so Mello making good use of Pharaoh's Shot here. Pharaoh's Shot is used basically throughout the entirety of the second half of Ringman stage. It's useful for killing these mid-bosses or skipping others. And it's also, since it's a directional shot, you can use it to take care of enemies that you wouldn't really have the opportunity to hit otherwise. Chrissy is, I believe, on his final Robot Master here.
Yep.
In Mega Man 3, and so he'll be joining Mello in 4 quite soon. Again, both of these players, I know them more as specialists in the later games, so I'm expecting the standard of play to get even better as we go.
I look a little low on Pharaoh, or he might just have enough for Ring.
He's fine.
He's fine. Okay.
Yeah. You only need to actually throw the Pharaoh Shot 3 times. So what's happening there is you charge it up. You're holding the like spirit bomb over your head, right? You crash into the enemy with the bomb, and that disappears, but you still have the charge shot. So when you release the B button, then you'll actually get an extra hit for free, basically. Chrissy is through with Mega Man 3.
It looks like 101 exactly.
Alright, which one is he using? Bright. What a coward.
Bright is definitely, I think, a little bit safer. But yeah, you can also do Pharaoh Shot as well too.
Yeah. Pharaoh Shot is the one favored by the bold.
Yeah, definitely you have to be super comfortable and confident with Pharaoh with this. So if you aren't, Flash Shopper's pretty.
Flash Shopper is like straight up just the better choice for like almost all people, but still he's a coward.
Yeah. But Chrissy going Pharaoh first, which is the other route that we're kind of talking about. So kind of what Mello did was like use Flash Hopper so it would avoid all the scorpions and everything like that.
Okay.
Chrissy taking a little bit of extra time making sure that he gets the balloon so he doesn't get knocked down in that pit. If you get knocked down in that pit, it's gonna have to do some stages without balloon, which is not fun.
It's just like, yeah, it takes away not only like one of the best utility weapons in the series, but one of the most fun to use. And it's just like even if you're like well practiced with the alternatives, it still feels bad because like, oh no, I was hoping to get to do all these sick balloon strats, but now I can't. So it's really a great idea to just make sure that you get it every time. All right, Mello is through Dustman. I can speak, and I can accurately name Robot Masters.
And Dustman has an ability of like sucking, which that like with Mega Man 4, there's a lot of RNG that can play a factor into it, and it just kills time. What you can do is actually use the ring boomerang and take an intentional hit, so it would get out of the suck cycle, and as the boomerang comes back towards Mega Man, actually can place do damage, which that's what Mello did, which was a really nice, smart move. You just got to be careful kind of with your HP, so.
Yeah. Okay, so Chrissy is not backing off at all. He's kind of hoping that Pharaoh will stay still, and then he didn't. Classic.
And what Mello is on Skullman stage, which is an ideal thing, especially using the balloon. You'll kind of see on how the balloon can really save time.
Oh, no!
Up there.
I don't know what happened. Like, I was looking at Chrissy's Pharaoh fight and missed the entire first half of that stage, so I have no idea how he took so much damage, but yeah. This game can be kind of dangerous. Like, enemies tend to do, 3 or 4 damage. Bosses, well, like, the Robot Masters at least, other than Pharaoh Man, they all do 8 on contact, and their attacks usually do 4. It's just like, yeah, I don't know, it's a dangerous game.
Yeah. Yeah, so now he's kind of a little low on balloon, but I think he'll have enough.
Actually, I think that he just has to save these balloons for now. This is not a bad choice. Yeah. I don't know, like, the thing is, each one of these balloons skips a lot of climbing, so... Alright.
Mello making really good work.
Deceptively dangerous screen. Like, dropping off of that platform and onto the middle one before the final jump across to the end of the screen is actually super perilous, because if you just hold right, under certain circumstances you will just fall down and die. And it's, like, dependent on how good your slide chaining was. It's just, I don't know, it's very complex. And a lot to be, like, dealing with in the middle of a run. For a deceptively, simple part.
Kind of interesting with Chrissy going through Bright, not using much of the balloon. Which, I mean, like kind of Fatso said, it's really tricky. Like, it's really kind of a sweaty thing using balloon and Bright. But it can save quite a bit of time, so taking a little bit safer of a route.
So, fun fact. The seesaws that are, like, vertically aligned there with each other, the one where you, like, jump straight up to the next.
Ooh.
That one you can just hold right on the lower one, and you'll be teleported to the higher one. It's pretty sick.
Mello going into Dive Man stage right now.
Yeah, so Flash Stopper used for the majority of the stage. Just like it prevents stuff from moving around, makes it more of a static obstacle course.
Making quick work of the whale there.
Yeah, you can freeze the whale, and then you just, like, get free reign to jump and shoot.
Guess you gotta be a little careful. That one, like, that one spot right there that Chrissy had at that last screen, I was a little afraid I was gonna knock him.
Jump won't always work that Mello did. That jump won't always work. It depends on the water level, and he got kind of lucky that the water was still high there. Alright, so Chrissy gonna show us what it looks like when you have the Pharaoh shot for Brightman. Although it looks like he's keeping his distance and not really getting to too many opportunities to really make the most of it. Seems like he did an extra damage. I hope that's not gonna take it out of alignment. No, actually, I think that he's gonna end it. Okay, actually, we're fine.
Good, yeah. Very nice. Ooh.
Dive Man is deceptively fast. It's difficult to get away from him once he started moving.
Yeah, Dive Man kind of runs like a drill, like charges at you like a drill.
Yes. Dive Man drills at you, yes. So if he runs out of Skull, the backup... Oh, actually, I was kind of expecting to see... This is a little-known thing, but Dive Man takes 3 from Dust Crusher.
Yep.
So I wonder if Mello didn't know that. Oops, he got an extra bubble. That sucks.
Up the well, you guys
But
like
he got the animation skip, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, is Chrissy gonna try the, like, balloon mini-boss skip? If he was, then he missed it already. But it's fine.
Oh, going bright.
Looks like he's gonna actually just kill the mini-boss.
Making pretty quick work out of that. Very impressive. So Mel has 2 more Robo Masters left. He has Dive Man, and then he'll have Toad Man.
Sorry, you have to call this guy Drill Man at least one time until he starts moving. Then you can call him Dive Man after that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So again, like, Flash Stopper is the hidden secret weapon of this entire game. It's just so broadly useful.
Yeah, especially for these last few screens. Especially you have these rocks that kind of fall down in these pits and everything. But when you use Flash Stopper, they don't.
Yeah, nothing happens. He just, like, it just becomes, again, a static obstacle course, which is both good for lag, because it's obviously not lagging, because stuff's not moving, and and it's good for consistency, because everything is exactly where you expect it to be.
So here is Drill Man, which Drill Man dives.
Yeah.
And Mel will get in a really good pattern. Very nice.
Yeah, they even put Drill Man at the bottom of the stage select screen because they knew he's secretly Dive Man. So Mello just got Rush Jet, but Rush Jet not very useful in this game by comparison to Balloon. It gets some use in the castle stages, but we're not playing those.
Yeah, Chrissy going right route with Busman stage here.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I called Mello a coward, and I will call Chrissy a coward as well, but it is objectively the correct choice for almost everybody. Oop. Having to use a bunch of Flash Stoppers here. One of the peculiarities about Flash Stopper is that its timer doesn't run down while you're sliding. So if you, like, are constantly sliding, then you can make it last much longer than the base time of 5 seconds. Well, Flash Stopper also powers some mini-boss skips, like the ones in Toad. Very well done by Mello.
Very clean. Chris, he being a little careful. Ooh, just got enough in that crusher section.
Yeah.
So Mel finishing Mega Man 4, 1 hour, 13 minutes, 13 seconds. So yeah, so we're going to be heading into Rockman 5, or Mega Man 5. Chrissy getting suck pattern right there by Drillman. Or by Dustman. Makes it through. So with Mega Man 5, the ideal route is starting with Starman first. The reason for that is to pick up the super arrow, which you'll see throughout this kind of this game here, which that can save a tremendous amount of time flying through the screens and kind of doing screen transitions.
Yeah. So the sort of gimmick of the stage is low grav, so you can see that controlling your jump height is pretty important to make sure you don't get hit by the spikes. Very well done by Mello so far. Kind of delayed his charge a little bit. Okay, seems like it's fine. Those scoop enemies, the catapult enemies, they cause a lot of lag, so you want to try and remove them if possible. It's also kind of like awkward to slide chain on those moving platforms when they're moving down. Weird things happen. You can like suddenly find yourself walking or like in midair for a frame or something. You like do a little stumble.
And Chrissy making it well through Skullman.
Ah, no grab skip for Mello. Chrissy took the jump a little too short. That's actually it's a tough jump. You can't just you can't just kind of go at it. You have to be very specific about how you do it.
It's fine with looks like well, no, even more fine with it's Time Stopper. I was gonna say fine with Time Stopper, but so Mello in Gravity Man stage, which you'll see Mello going to be switching to Super Arrow, and this is kind of a big thing with Mega Man 5 is kind of cruise through these screens using Super Arrow.
Man's greatest enemy, the Mega Man 4, like switching to any weapon that's not balloon.
Yeah, menu percent is always a challenge. Oh, Mello actually doesn't have any.
Yeah, Mello ran out of arrow and didn't pick any. Oh, he had a couple opportunities to refill arrow, but actually it's not useful. It past that little ledge there. But no harm, no foul. It's fine.
Yeah, that interesting thing with this route or this challenge with 46 Robos. This is a long run.
Oh, Chrissy's aligned on the wrong tile. You actually need Mega Man to be standing on top of the bone there, or like the link between the bones. So Gravity Hold is an interesting weapon that'll be used potentially a couple more times throughout the game, but mostly it's just about what's next after you got the Super Arrow. And now we're just doing weakness order after that. Whew. And Chrissy doing kind of actually a risky slide onto the spikes there after taking damage quite a while ago. But he's fine. Mello didn't quite save enough arrow to go directly up to the ammo. but also is fine. One of the things about using the arrow is if you walk off the side, it's kind of like Rush Jet in Mega Man 3. It doesn't consume ammo while you're not actually standing on it. Oh. There's actually an opportunity to switch back to arrow there if you get a big drop like that. And you can save another like couple seconds throughout the stage. Particularly by arrowing across this entire area.
Yeah, both of these competitors are very, very experienced in a lot of the Mega Man games, so, you know, putting up really good times, like, despite having, you know, deaths in, you know, earlier segments, this is still a really impressive time and run.
Yeah, for sure.
So the other thing that's, you kind of briefly saw with Mel, picking up a 1-up, Mega Man 5 is very generous with giving you a lot of 1-ups. Like, more than you'd like.
Well, they're always welcome. Although, like, if you're used to making it like 1-ups being an omen of disaster, then I guess it could be unnerving the first time.
Yeah.
So Chrissy not going to try for the animation skip, just kind of chilling in mid. And gets the teleport up to the weapon get, so it's good. Alright, Crystal Skip. I can only assume that Mello's going to do it. This is one of those tricks that saves more time the less experienced you are in the game, but it still saves time even if you're really good. So...
Yep, going for the Crystal Skip, it looks like.
Now, which variant? Well, it's definitely the arrow variant, as far as I can tell here. It's taking it nice and easy. So you just do standing arrow, standing arrow, standing arrow. You jump on top of each one. You can alternate directions to keep yourself kind of in the same horizontal position. And then you get up to speed, run into the bobblehead, and the bobblehead behind him didn't spawn correctly, as you can tell. It's not actually on screen. And actually where that bobblehead ended up is in Mega Man's data, including his current screen position and respawn timer. So we wait like 40 seconds or so, and then Mega Man will respawn and be at the boss checkpoint. Just like that.
A lot of folks call it bathroom break time a little bit because, like, you kind of have to wait, like, about 30-40 seconds for...
Who the heck is taking a bathroom break in 40 seconds?
It's really impressive if they can. More of a stretch break, I think.
Yeah, it's more of a stretch. Maybe if you, like, can run to the fridge and get a water or something. Like, yeah I don't know. I gotta get one of those gamer mini fridges so I can have that stuff on demand.
All right, Chrissy, heading into Drill Man. Let's see how Drill will play well with Chrissy here. I've already dive right there.
Yeah. Oh, this luck sucks.
Yeah, and this is completely RNG with it. Oh, is that 4 dice? I think that was 4 so far.
Yeah. Oh, no! No! Oh, no!
Oh, makes it true.
Dive Missile is a really interesting weapon. And by interesting, I mean it's not very good at homing. So it went on a little bit of an adventure around to circumnavigate Drillman a couple times there. Alright, so Mello's going to be using Gravity Hold throughout this second half of this stage. You can see that it just kind of removes enemies with low HP, which is really nice, because if they were to all explode like that, it would probably cause more lag. So yeah, it's a really useful weapon, although you only get 7 shots. Alright, so when I'm looking at players, I'm always paying attention to their Napalm Man fight, because, like, every single person's Napalm Man fight is different.
It was a very good napalm fight.
Yeah, it was pretty good. If you're, like, the best of the best, you can kill him before the peak of his jump. But, like... that was really good. Anyways. Alright, so Chrissy just about finished Mega Man 4. He's going to be joining Mello in Mega Man 5 quite soon. Nice use of Flash Stopper to skip, like, a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, being nice and safe. It is better to kill at least one of those fish for lag reduction, but it's fine if you don't. Also, actually, hidden bit of tech there. It's better to wait until you're through the boss gate before switching to drill. Because when you switch to drill, it'll actually start the boss spawning earlier.
And about 125.18 for Chrissy completing Mega Man 4. So about 12 minutes behind from when Mello finished up. So.
Oh no, Squeaks lives! A little bit of an awkward screen there for Mello, but it's fine, he made it through. So, switching to Jet to finish off the stage. Stone Man is, like, filled with... it's one of my favorite stages in the game. It's just filled with stuff you don't really want to platform normally. So you spend most of the stage on Arrow, and then the rest of the stage on Jet. It's very interesting that way. So gravity used once again to just clear enemies really quickly. It is slightly faster if you do everything just right to use Napalm Bomb here through this section, because it skips the extra weapon select, but perfectly valid and quite fast way to get through that last screen.
Pretty good, Happy Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chrissy making really good work at Starman stage here. And just from reading chat, it sounds like Chrissy's most confident in Mega Man 5. So we'll kind of see. Hopefully,
definitely Chrissy's element. So
yeah, so hopefully Chrissy might make some pretty good time. But Mello's doing quite well in Mega Man 5. So,
yeah, the problem is that Mello is also quite good at Mega Man 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
falling a little difficult with the arrow.
Okay. I guess he just like didn't feel good about trying to restart the arrow ride there, which is fine. Oh, this might be too high. It is.
I think he initially had it.
So you switched to Crystal Eye early. This is the weapon you would be using in after you were finished riding the arrow, so it's fine. And he's got more than enough ammo, so.
Yeah, I'm thinking Mel is probably going to try to use Arrow for the the second to last screen for Charge's fight.
Well, yeah, if you get a drop, then there's no real reason not to try it. I'm worried about Mello's HP here.
Yeah, HP's a little
He
scared.
doesn't have an E-Tank, because you would normally get that in Crystal Man stage, which is skipped. Okay.
Nice drop there.
Oh. I'd have been tempted to actually go down for that too, because it's easy to take hits in Charge Man. All right, he's fine. Too late to get ammo there. Oh wow, he's super healthy.
Fine.
Oh, he just missed the timing there.
We're having a little difficulty with Chrissy's feed, it looks like. We just stop for a quick sec. Hopefully we'll get that back soon.
Yeah, looks like he's just sliding through the gate into Gravity Man there. Which, by the way, if you can help it, you don't actually want to slide into that gate, because it makes the fight start slower. Alright, just one stage left in Mega Man 5 for Mello. It is the longest stage because of a couple of lengthy gimmick segments, I guess.
Yeah, so Mello using Charge Kick to kind of slide essentially through the screen a little bit.
Yeah, Charge Kick is really nice. It turns your slide into an attack that like goes through enemies, most enemies, anyways, including that those steam jets. Okay, so he's switching to arrow. He's gonna try and skip, waiting for the big bubbles here. Unfortunately, already kind of off the rails. We'll see if he's gonna try and back it up on this screen. You have to be kind of bold to do so. Yeah, okay. I expect him to just go for it now, normally. Oh!
Oh?
Do you have enough? No, he's out.
Oh.
Okay, that's kind of what I was expecting. It's not really unfortunate, but should be okay.
Chrissy getting a little tight up there in Gyro's last screen.
Alright, so now he's also not going to have the opportunity to skip this sort of like jet ski section.
Yeah, there's an arrow strat that you can kind of do with that bubble section that can make it pretty nice.
Yeah, you slide right before you lose control, and you can jump through the screen transition, and then just have actual normal control of Mega Man during this bit, which lets him like do stuff like go off the screen, charge up, and stuff. It's pretty cool. But it's not a huge loss to not be able to do that. Just kind of chilling out again.
Yeah, so after Wave Man, Mel will be heading to Mega Man 6 here.
Yeah, and if Mello is a specialist in any game, it's Mega Man 6, I would say. So he's kind of like in the home stretch, and the home stretch is his home turf too. So like.
We're gonna check out Chrissy. Chrissy's on Crystal. We're gonna see.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna be setting up the arrow version of the Crystal Skip.
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of far forward. All right, it's still fine.
Just got it. Yeah.
All right,
Mellow
so
finishing.
yeah, you fill the screen with explosion bubbles, and there's no room for the bobblehead to spawn. So it spawns in Mega Man's properties, overwrites the screen, the screen number, and the respawn timer.
So Mellow finishing up Mega Man 5 with 133. It looked like 31.
Yeah, something like that. Ooh, nice ladder jump. Ladder jumps are a funny thing you can do where you like climb down off the bottom of the ladder, and then you have a few frames to just jump. Mega Man 6 is a weird game. There's a bunch of weird little things about it, but I think that adds to its charm.
It is a little bit of a tricky thing, especially in this type of category, like transitioning from Mega Man 5 to Mega Man 6. I mean, you still have
transitioning from any Mega Man game to the next one, it's just wild how different these games are, despite being, you know, similar in other ways. See, there's like ways you can be pretty safe on these fans, and Mello's done most of it just right. Where you like make sure to land, you know, on the right, on the left-hand side of a fan, and then you tap A, and it's fine to carry you to the next one. Or maybe you don't even tap A. Maybe you just hold right, and it's fine. It gets you to the next one, and then you can jump from the next one. Right? You have to be very specific about how you interact with those fans, otherwise things will go poorly.
Especially like that last fan, like before getting into the...
It's so easy to just get infinited by the panda if you don't do
exactly.
it
Yep.
right.
I was just gonna say, like, you can get into like an infinite loop with that panda with that last fan if you mistime it. Chrissy making good work in Napalm stage here.
Flame Man stage, one of my favorite to practice. It's also one of the like most hand-destroyingly like technical ones, as far as like holding charges, doing a bunch of slide cancels and stuff.
Yep.
He's going for another ladder jump. What a legend.
You have to be careful kind of with Inflamian stage. You got a lot of these kind of fire kind of column guys that can drop fire into the oil that can light the oil on fire. So kind of destroying them pretty quickly first before it can drop a flame, which is pretty ideal.
Yeah. And once those oil pits are lit, they are lit forever. Or until you game over, rather. So, like, you have to be careful about that. And also, some oil pits have the same ID. So, like, if you let one be lit earlier in the stage, another one might start lit in the next section. So it's actually, like, you gotta be careful about that. Mello making quick work of the stage. Let's see if we can make quick work of the boss as well. One of the peculiarities of Mega Man 6 bosses is that they can't generally take the same action more than twice in a row. So, like, you have some ability to predict their next action, although it's, like, kind of a limited ability.
Yeah, Chris, you're doing really good work in Snowman stage here. Using good utilization of Rush Jet here, but Arrow earlier.
Yep.
And Mello heading into Blizzard Man.
Ooh, Chrissy's gonna show us the bomb strats. Looks like he missed. So, like, you can avoid waking up the first Met, and it's even faster. But this is still, like, roughly the same time as using Gravity Hold, so it's perfectly fine.
So the nice thing is with like Mega Man 6, Flame Blast is really powerful, so you'll kind of see it quite a bit used throughout this section of the run here.
Yeah, it's kind of got the same... Well, I mean, it's even more utility than Magnet Missile, even though it doesn't track enemies. Just because it's so powerful when you have twice as many of them. Ah, that's the trick. It's useful in every weapon. Sorry, in every stage. Fire weapon is just good.
And Chrissy getting the really good arrow strat and charge here. Be able to just fly through the screen.
Yeah, so this is what Mello missed last time. So now Chrissy, yeah, so he's making up a little bit of time in some ways. But he's just like so far behind, it's gonna be rough if he wants to catch up.
Mello just having enough flame to get Blizzard done.
The
Very
fortuitous bounce from the Crystal Eye there for Chrissy.
Chrissy getting the A, which which you really don't really need in Robo Masters, but I still think it's kind of, you know, it's kind of hard to like break that habit, especially if you do like 8%, like ideally.
Oh, baby!
Oh, very nice.
What a legend! Dude, Chrissy is my hero right now.
That is actually the
so
first time
because,
I have ever seen that.
bunch
That's
of lag.
pretty, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, if it causes a bunch of lag, it does like a normal screen transition instead of the fade to black transition. And you can enter the boss gate from the top. It's real great. I love that. Thanks, Chrissy, for showing that off.
Mello in Plant Man stage, which Plant Man is actually like a pretty tricky screen. Like playing it casually, but even like kind of speed running, it's like you kind of need to know where you're going. And
This is a terrifying stage.
yeah,
Especially if you take damage before the final screen. It's like... Alright, is he gonna go for platforms? Let's go. So these platforms, you can stand on them for a very brief amount of time before you get ejected. So you have to jump before that happens.
yeah, I think it's like just a really small amount of frames that can do it.
Yeah. Alright, very well done for Mello. That's a hairy screen at the best of times. And like, when you're an hour and a half into a 2-hour run, it's so hard to keep your focus.
I was gonna see if Mello can do the streamer.
Oh, he was trying like a Rush Jet version of the bubble skip here. That's very interesting to see.
Yeah, and Mello getting the quick kill with Plant Man doing the streamers.
Alright. When Chrissy gets the backup that Mello was trying last time. He's only using one arrow. I assume that he's just gonna, yeah, ride the jet ski. Boat skip, as it's colloquially known, has risk if you don't do it correctly, you can end up in situations where Mega Man will just run off the screen forever, and you can't complete the stage. So Chrissy would have had to reset at that point if that had happened. But thankfully, he just skips it. He's fine. Boat skip. Getting a couple 1-ups for luck. Mellow into Tomahawk Man stage. Totally forgot to talk about Plant Man because I was so focused on that boat skip, but
we'll see it with later with Chrissy. But Mello got the quick streamer in plan, which that was good.
Nice.
So again, kind of talking a little earlier on how important Flame Blast is. Like this screen, like with Tomahawk that Mel's doing, it's like you're pretty much using Flame Blast to like kind of go through this whole section, and you're just destroying enemies left and right. Really nice.
Yeah, it's super OP weapon, but that's what's great about Mega Man games is the weapons are so powerful and broadly useful.
Mm-hmm. And Chrissy finishing up Mega Man 5 in 1:45.15, so still kind of that like 12-minute kind of deficit between Mello and Chrissy, give or take.
Alright, so delaying the switch to the weapon weakness there, just to read the first pattern, that's actually like a helpful tip. If you have the opportunity to do so, it can be useful to delay switching to the weapon that you're going to use, if you think you can get some advantage out of it by, like, say, reading the first pattern or something like that. It can help you stay out of trouble in certain situations. So Chrissy is into Mega Man 6. And I'm not really sure of Chrissy's experience in Mega Man 6. I know that he's good at Mega Man 5. But I have never seen him play 6. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see that.
And Mello now in Yamato's stage here. Which actually you'll see in a little bit. The first use of one of the abilities that actually you pick up in Plant Man stage using the jet ability, which is kind of a nice little, kind of a nice weapon to use to kind of fly through some of these platforming sections that are kind of high up.
It's actually really nice how it works out that, like, most of the cases where Jet is
Ooh, that actually is not a bad death taken here, right at the
yeah, I mean, the checkpoint's right there. This is fine. Yeah. But, like, yeah, what I was saying is most of the opportunities, like the best opportunities in the Robot Masters to use Jet are after you would get Jet anyways. And really, that's mostly just this stage, although there's an opportunity to save a little bit of time in Nightman stage as well.
Yeah, and it looked like Chrissy took a pit death in Windman as well, too.
Was that in the checkpoint room where it's, like, really easy to recover?
Yeah. The nice thing is with Mega Man 6, like, taking a hit death versus a spike death, it's like you don't lose, like, hardly any time, which is kind of the nice thing with Mega Man 6.
Yeah. Never nice to die, but... Oh! Hit! No! Okay, alright, he's fine. And it can't hurt him anymore.
Yeah, that panda, in the last
if you let it, the panda there will absolutely take its pound of flesh.
Yeah, so Mello now heading into Nightman. So Mello has Knight and Centaur Man left.
Alright, so Mello's enjoying a pretty significant lead. The peril is not over yet.
Yep.
Nightman is an extremely dangerous stage, and Centaur is not to be underestimated either.
Again, utilizing kind of that jet ability to kind of skip some of the platforming there. And switching to Yamato Spear.
Yep. So you actually have to pay attention to how many you're shooting. Ooh, okay, so Mello has to shoot one more.
Yeah.
I hope he
Yamato has
that.
a up direction and a down direction.
I don't think that he knows. He's gonna get owned here. Oh, I think that he just is fine with it. Alright. The fastest way that screen can work out, like, requires you to come in with the correct amount of ammo, so that the spear will travel in the correct directions.
And Chrissy having some oil problems there. That a couple flames got lit, so gotta be a little bit more careful.
His oil troubles are not over yet, because that one is the same ID as another one later. This one here. So this one's, you can see it's already lit. That's a consequence of having the other one lit in the previous screen. Chrissy employing the age-old Mega Man 6 proverb. When in doubt, just don't slide. Oh, also a little buster-to-buster action there from Chrissy. That was great.
Yeah, Mello now in Centaur's Man stage, which is last Robo. And switching to Knight, which...
Yeah, so this is the way that, like, top runners will tend to play the stage, is you switch to Knight early, and you use it through this entire section. That's too bad. I love that little strat where you hit both of the fish. But it's actually more important to hit the bottom fish than the top one. So Mello kind of got owned there a little bit. Taking a quick deboost to get across the spikes. Otherwise, you'd have to wait for the water ceiling to come down far enough that you can just, like, long jump it. Okay. So, Mello's used a little bit of extra ammo. Yeah, I think that can help you, like, kill a couple enemies that would be difficult to kill otherwise. Like with Buster. Okay, one last ladder jump. Hell yeah. Got him. Looks like pretty decent ammo for the fight as well. Getting a little down boost off the ladder before jumping down. And yeah, just one boss fight away from victory here for MelloFlowz. So the keys here are that it sucks if he teleports. Okay, so he teleported, it sucks. After he teleports or, like, finishes an action, he has the opportunity to use the Centaur Flash, but he won't use it. He won't use it if either of you are in iframes. So you can reliably never get flashed. Mello finishing with 153.20 on his timer. 153.34 in the race.
Yep, so GG's to Mello there.
Chrissy taking it nice and easy with those bombs at the end of the stage. And going into Blizzard Man fight. So Blizzard Man, we didn't get really a chance to talk about it, but like the rolls really suck. So he gets a roll right away. That sucks. Now he's on the wrong side as well. The next roll will be long as a consequence, but maybe you'll just get lucky. Okay. No! These rolls are too long! That's fine. All right. So,
I see you doing
5
good work.
stages left. Oh, that was almost a wrong stage select. One of the nice things is, after... Oops. This is a very early flame switch for Chrissy. I wonder what he's going to do about ammo later. What I was going to say is, after the first 3 stages, the stage select order in Mega Man 6, when you do the win first route, is extremely simple. It's literally just the boss's top to bottom, left to right. Starting with the middle row, obviously. Alright. Making good use of Flame Blast against those sort of golems.
Ooh, that was a little close on there.
Yeah. So now he's going to be switching to Buster. He's going to open up these platforms. This is a really good idea, to be perfectly honest.
Mm-hmm. Especially in a marathon setting like this. Yeah.
Trying to do the extremely short hops, or like the extremely well-timed hops on the platforms is, it's very perilous. You need to be exactly sure of what you're doing. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That was spoopy. Alright, we avoided another Buster to Buster menu, which is a Mega Man 6 staple.
Yeah, those gorillas take 6 hits of the Flame Blast.
Yeah, so that's actually a pretty significant part of, like, the stage route, is just making sure you have enough ammo for everything. So, Plant Man's pattern is static, or at least it's, like, aimed at places where Mega Man is. But it's still, like... It's still, like, has the potential to be very aggressive and very difficult to deal with. Which is why it's actually very useful to learn the setup to make him run very long. Because it makes it easier on top of being faster. Alright, Tomahawk Man, this first screen... Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything about the first screen, because he's switching to Flame Blast early.
It's kind of heavy in mashing, like, if you...
Yeah, if you're doing the normal strats, you, like, have to do some very intense mashing in that first screen. So, Chrissy just decides to skip it. Unfortunately, this does mean maybe a shortfall of ammo in the later parts of the stage. Alright. Not waiting around for Eddie, which is, of course, the correct choice. Never wait around for Eddie. He's never got anything good. Looks like he's got just enough. Oh, he can jump over this guy, maybe. Yeah, okay. If he jumps over that guy, he's got just enough to kill the next mini-boss, and then he's gonna have to switch to Buster or something for the rest of the stage. Is he just gonna face tank everything? That's actually kind of dangerous. He's got not a lot of health. And you have to stay kind of close. Nice, but, you have to stay kind of close to Tomahawk Man for the boss fight, right? So we'll see how it goes. Not a scratch! Honk. Okay. So trying to stay like undamaged while you're doing this fight is kind of difficult. Oh no. Yes, good choice.
Taking it safe, taking it E-Tank, very nice. Yeah, with Plant Man's ability, you have the like exact number of like abilities to like defeat Tomahawk. So the thing is with Tomahawk, it has a number of iframes, and it can kind of like cancel out one of the if you cast the plant barrier a little too early. It looked like Chrissy did that with one, and that's why he didn't have enough.
So unfortunately, I have to be the bearer of bad news here. We are unable to complete this broadcast and cast the rest of Chrissy's race. We've got another race like already in progress, and we need to join that one. So thanks for watching, everybody, and take it easy. And we'll see you soon for Madu versus Conster.
Yeah,
Bye,
definitely
guys.
follow these runners, both Chrissy and Mello. Very good runners and everything. So definitely check them out. Really talented nickname.
All right, bye.
Yep.
See you
Take care,
guys.
you guys.